The world was a very different place long ago. People were multiplying across the land. The earth was full of noise and activity, but something had gone terribly wrong. The hearts of men and women had turned wicked. Violence filled the earth. God looked down on his creation. He saw the darkness that had crept into the hearts of humanity. He was filled with sadness and regret. He decided to limit the years a person could live to 120. But that didn't stop the wickedness from spreading. Strange beings began to roam the earth. They were giants, the offspring of angels and human women. These giants only added to the chaos and corruption. God saw the world he had created spiraling towards destruction. He was filled with regret. He decided to cleanse the earth with a great flood. Even in this time of darkness, there was one man who stood apart. His name was Noah. Noah was a righteous man. He walked with God. He found favor in God's eyes. God spoke to Noah. He told him of his plan to send a great flood. He instructed Noah to build an ark. This ark would be a safe haven for Noah, his family, and two of every living creature. God gave Noah detailed instructions for building the ark. It had to be massive, built of gopher wood and sealed with pitch. The ark had to be strong enough to withstand the coming storm. Noah listened carefully to God's words. He gathered his sons. They set to work building the ark. People scoffed and ridiculed Noah. They didn't believe a flood was coming. But Noah remained steadfast in his faith. He trusted God's word. Finally, the ark was finished. Noah gathered his wife, his sons, and their wives. They entered the ark. Pairs of every animal, male and female, came to the ark as God had commanded. They entered the ark and found their places. Then the rains came. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The water rose higher and higher, covering the earth. Everything that was not on the ark perished. The world was a swirling mass of water. After many days, the rain stopped. The floodwaters began to recede. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah sent out a dove. It returned with an olive branch in its beak. The earth was beginning to heal. Finally, Noah and his family stepped out of the ark. They stepped onto a cleansed earth. God made a covenant with Noah. He promised never to flood the earth again. The rainbow in the sky would be a sign of that promise. Noah's story reminds us of the importance of faith and obedience, even in the face of adversity.